Guilty! Guilty!
Alright, let's hear it.
Oh, I've got too many.
Pulling a prank in NLDC.
I had on my phone electronic device that could record my phone conversations, and I'm in one of the back rooms at the house we had and making a phone call, and I got the phone ringing. It's just ringing. No one's answering the phone, and back then it wouldn't go to voicemail because you didn't really have a lot of that stuff then. So Dan comes into that back room while I'm on the phone. Rusty's sitting next to me, and the phone's just ringing, and when Dan looks at me, he has this strange look like, what are you doing? Because I have this stuff attached to my phone. And so I go, yeah, just transfer X amount of dollars into such and such account, and I gotta go, someone just came in by. And I hang up the phone. So Dan looks at me with an odd look on his face, and Rusty looks at me with an odd look on his face. And then I say to Rusty, I said, Rusty, do you think we should tell him? And Rusty's like, he gets it right away that I'm setting up something. We don't know what I'm setting up. I don't know what I'm setting up. But Rusty goes, I don't think he's ready. Dan's like, he's got to find out what it's about. And so out of this conversation, Rusty and I just were improvising a story, and we say, listen, Dan, we're involved with a secret Christian society that is trying to connect churches together all across America instead of having division. So Dan's like, so, and Rusty comes in, well, there's another organization that's similar to ours. It's a secret Christian organization, but they're coming against us and trying to hold us back. That's our secret organization. We had to transfer money to take care of some things, and we actually had a pastor coming from New York to come, who's going to be marrying one of the girls on our team. He'd driven all the way down from New York, and I said, you think this guy came down from New York just because he's going to marry this girl? I mean, no, he's coming down because he's a part of our organization, and we have to have special meetings with him. And I mean, this is a national, thing. And Dan was like it was unbelievable. I can't believe we're part of something covert like this. I said, yeah, it's really important. So we come up with this scheme that we write a coded letter, and in the coded letters there's a bunch of letters that are written out, but we highlight some of the letters in this secret message. And while I'm talking with Dave, Rusty tells Dan that he's actually with the other covert organization, and he's a plant in the New Life Drama Company. So he says, Dan, you got to help me. I love the New Life Drama Company, but there's some better things that are happening with our other organization, and I need you to become a part of my team. Rusty gets Dan over to the window to be looking outside as we're saying goodbye to this pastor who's taking this girl. Dave underhandedly kind of hands me this envelope that has this secret coded message in it. Rusty goes, did you just see that? And of course Dan's like, yes! And Rusty says, we've got to get that envelope. So it just so happens that night we're leaving to go to a service in a couple hours away with Rusty and Dan. Our team is going north, and now Dan knows that I've got this secret envelope that's in my pocket. I'm going to wear these pants, and when I go to the church, I'm going to change in the church, and I'm going to put my pants over the stall with that envelope where it's easy to get. So we go do that. I go change and put the stall in. Of course, Dan comes into the bathroom. I'm in the stall, just giddy, because I know what he's trying to do. He's wanting to get that envelope, and so he comes in. There's a little cabustle, and then he goes back out. And so I go and I look. The envelope's still there. Well, what I don't know is that I have the envelope there, and there's a watch that I have in the pocket. So when he goes to grab it, the watch falls out, and he catches it and throws it back in, and he's too scared to take the envelope, so he goes out. And eventually, I go out. I put my pants in the car, and Rusty has him go get it. And they get the envelope, and they open it up while they're outside by the van, just Rusty and Dan. And as they open up the letter, of course, they see all these letters. And Dan goes, "It's a secret message! It's a secret message! I can't believe this!" And then he's like totally into the covert thing. And Rusty says, "Look, there's some highlighted letters in here. We have to figure out what they say." And of course, as they go through the highlighted letters, highlighted are DANKNOWSTOOMUCH, which simply is the coded message. The coded message says, "Dan knows too much." And Dan, with big wide eyes, looks at Rusty and says, they can't kill me, can they? Anyway, we love you, Dan. Love you, Rusty. One of the best pranks that I've ever pulled.
That was great.
The only prank I ever did in the drama company was actually on Billy. Is that considered a prank?
That was a prank. Yeah.
So I was trying to be clever, and this was kind of a stage. I was traveling on the road. He was a leader in the ministry and had come out to visit our team. And of course, I still had mad, crazy crush on him. But he was still not interested. But I worked it, so I got to take him to the airport when he was leaving our team. So I drive him to the airport, and we had a little bit of a wait, so we go in the airport. And I know he likes funny stuff, so I'm thinking, what can I do that would really make him laugh? This day I like to make him laugh. So I'm like, what can I do that would like really be funny to him? It's like, I'm just going to do something crazy. And so we're sitting in this airport. It's quite small in like Marathon, Florida.
Oh, it's Key West.
Key West, Florida. We had driven there. It's quality time in the car. Anyway, so we're sitting there, and
it's getting close for me. Time to go.
Time for him to go,
Right.
and I just start like, please don't do this. Like, please don't leave me. And I'm trying to make a scene so people.
No, she is totally making a scene. Like, she is making it like I'm an abusive husband, or I'm about to leave her and the kids. She's like making this whole thing, and I mean, I'm literally getting red in the face saying, please stop. I'm begging you, please stop this. And
So now I realize he's embarrassed, which is a win because he never gets embarrassed. So I'm milking it for all it's worth, and finally I had a little mercy and stopped. But it was a great experience.
It was a very fun experience. It got me really good.
Your story?
I just put cut up onions in someone's shoe.
Simple, straightforward.
To the point.
I got some.